Hello, I am your friend Emmanuel Olusegun Adeleke with you again on Family Insight at room 828. Yes, today we want to look at another subject, a very critical one. You know, every subject we discuss here is to enhance a better performance in marriage, to have a good marriage. I pray for your marriage that the Lord will sustain it in the name of Jesus. Yes, today we want to consider a topic, and that is guide to balancing child rearing and spouse connection in marriage. Guides to balancing child rearing and spouse connection in marriage. Yes, do you know that most of the time, what really happens is that whenever God blesses the marriage, the union with a child or children, you discover that there is a kind of a shift, a kind of neglect, a kind of gap between the two lovers that want to see each other all the time, that want to be with each other all the time. So there is a need for us to look at this subject carefully, to guide us how we can balance child rearing and spouse connection in marriage to the extent that we prevent neglect. So as we unveil these teachings, I want you to listen carefully. Maybe you are passing through this stage of your marriage. By the grace of God, we are going to have a teaching on stages of marriage and how to walk through the stages, because marriage is not static. Marriage continues. Marriage is a continuous journey that you will be coming in contact with stages. Do you know that if you are traveling, let's presume you are going from one city to the other, the road, it is not always the same. Sometimes you will get to a place where you meet a curve. Sometimes you meet hills. Sometimes you get to a valley and like that. So marriage is like that with stages. But we are not dealing with the stages today. We are not dealing with all the stages. We are dealing with a particular stage, and that is the stage of child rearing. How we can balance child rearing so that spouse in the marriage will not feel neglected, that the spouse will feel connected, or we see himself that he's still glued to he's still part of the family that has not been abandoned or sidetracked. So the focus is on this subject today. And let's start with, I want to discuss some points that will enhance a guide, that will enhance a balance on how to navigate this stage in marriage. So now, number one, you must understand that the journey you are on in marriage journey needs to be balanced. There is always an analogy I love using at this kind of teaching, and I say that there is a play that most, especially the adults at this time, that we play. I don't know, maybe it's still in the junior schools, but you discover that sometimes you pick stones, sometimes you use limes, small limes, then you begin to put like 3 or 4 in the palm of your hand, and you begin to jog them. You begin to throw the 3 or 4 of them. Some people can even go to an extent of having 5 in their hand, and they will be jogging it, and they will make sure that as they are throwing, not only one, they'll be throwing them one after the other, and they can jog the 5 without anyone falling. To some people, they will jog 2 and the other ones will fall. So also you must know that you need to be able to jog many things so that your marriage will be balanced. If you are not able to jog anything, I think that those that initiated that play at that time, they are communicating something, though it's beyond our reasoning, it's beyond our wisdom at that time. But this time around now, I understood better what those stones that you throw or those kind of coin that you throw and you begin to jog them. They are teaching life's experience. They are life's teaching. So they enhance that you should be able to jog many things and balance them. So let's look at it today. Number one, you must share the load early in your marriage. That's why there is always, if you have not listened or watched one of my teachings where I say that there is need for you to go for seminar, it is very important. I encourage you, make sure you subscribe to my channel and you get the teaching is there. So you discover that there is a need for you to share the load early. Who will do this? Who will do what? Not that you are making job distribution, but for better performance. Yes. Do you know that in the electricity department, I was I was discussing with one of my pastor friends, and he said that from the place where we get the electricity to the place where we begin to use it, between the place where the electricity is being generated and where we are using it, that there are about 3 departments. They have the generating unit. Those people generate the light, but they are not the one that will distribute it. Then we have the distributors. And I think there is another one that they have. These 3 people work hand in hand, and it enhances us to get light. So we must know that there is a need for us to share load early in marriage. You split chores, house chores. Do you know that the mindset of our fathers in those days, that they will say is ordinary man that used to cut okra, is an adage in our local language. They will say it is ordinary man that we cut okra for the wife. No, it is a kind of a rigid mentality. Do you know that the fact that you cut okra for your wife to cook does not make you the wife? You still remain the husband. It's just a projection. So you must understand, like, when the wife is taking care of maybe cooking, can you take care of the diapers? Or can you feed the child like you feed with feeding bottle? I'm not saying that you should not go to your place of work, but I'm talking about your time in the house together. You don't just leave the chores to the woman and you say that, oh yeah, do it quickly. And after she has done many things, like fixing the diapers, like feeding the child, like make sure the child bedtime is set, like make sure that everything in the cooking is done, and you are now sitting like the gatekeeper, and you are expecting that after she has done everything and exhausted, you are now expecting her to still come and perform her responsibility. It doesn't work that way. That's why there is a need for you to share load early. When you are doing this, I will do this for you. It enhances a balance in marriage. Who told you that you cannot sweep the floor? A man doesn't sweep the floor. Who told you that? Where is it? It is only in your diary. It is only in your dictionary. The family dictionary allows it. So you must help your wife. I'm not saying that it is a must, but I am saying things that will enhance balanced relationship in a time when the woman could overstress herself. So don't just be a gatekeeper. I worked with a senior pastor at a time where immediately I got married. So after our marriage, my senior pastor will always sit. Sometime after the service, the wife also went to service, and he will now sit. We'll be saying, "Mommy, have you fetched my bathing water?" Because there is no tap. We are using well. We get well water to bath. Say, "Have you get my bathing water?" What he could easily do, pick a bucket, go and fetch the water. The woman will drop the cooking because their children are full grown. So they are living, just the last born living with them, and he's very small at that time. So the woman will drop the cooking. The man will be sitting. Sometimes we'll just be discussing. The junior pastor and the senior pastor will sit and be discussing. Then after that, The man will be saying, as the food not yet done. The woman will say, daddy, please, in the next few minutes, it will be done. No, that is not, it is not. But thank God I was able to influence the family, because by the time we got wedded, I begin to help my wife, and the wife now also began to relate to the husband and say, don't you see, pastor, your junior pastor, how he's helping the wife? So my senior pastor will now pick bucket and go and fetch his bathing water, and he begin to adjust more. Not, such a thing. It will not be to the So what am I saying? Share the load early. Number 2, prioritize open communication. Open communication in marriage, it is a must. Discuss feelings and needs without blame. Don't blame your husband. No, but you can discuss needs. For me to still serve you when I'm rearing the child, I need your help. In what area can you help me so that I can still have time for you? You discuss it. Not that, why are you now expecting me to come to you? After I've stressed myself, you are wicked, you are narcissist, you are this. No, you don't just condemn, you don't just put blames. Do you know that the man may be acting ignorantly? It may be an act of ignorance. That is why one of my Baba in the Lord said that until you train them, don't blame them. So if you don't train them, you don't blame them. So you must understand that. Then number 3, schedule protected couple time. Schedule it. Protected couple time. Schedule a kind of a time. If you're a wife that always go to bed by 8 p.m., you are already sleeping. You are the child will be lactating, and by so doing, you are carried off. You just sleep like that. No, you have a schedule protected couple time. By the time when the children would have slept, then you just begin to have fun together. You begin to date yourself. You schedule the time for intimacy. Even at home, not leaving the house, you can schedule intimacy time together. You schedule it. Tomorrow, we are having party in our house, and the wife will be prepared, eager to have the fun, because you have assisted her in the chores and the children are asleep. So you can navigate the two together and without one affecting the other. Number 3, you must nurture small rituals daily. Nurture small rituals daily, like hugging, like strolling together, like pecking and hugging and kissing, like holding each other's hand. You did it when you were dating. Why can't you keep doing it? Do you think there is a kind of rituals that are meant, marriage rituals that are meant for relationship when you are dating alone? No, you should keep dating your wife at 100, at 60, at 50. Keep dating each other, hold each other's hand, kiss each other. Let your children learn love from your family, from your marriage. So these small rituals will enhance the man to know that he's still part of the system. He has not been sidetracked or neglected. The wife also will know that, yes, I still have a role to play for somebody somewhere, not only these children. So by the time you allow these small rituals, you nurture it, like kissing, like sometimes you just hold each other, and like sometimes you just kiss each other, like sometimes you just say, okay, let's throw out. This evening we want to go and buy something. We want to go to one supermarket. Is what you can easily send the children. You say, no, my dear, let's throw and go out together. Let the community know that there is love between the two of you. It is a way of spousal connection in the time of child rearing. Then number 5, adjust your mindset. Adjust your mindset. You must know that strong marriage is a gift. Strong marriage is a gift to your family. Children are a gift to your family. You must not reframe your marriage from the children. Don't see the children as an external force. No, don't think that marriage is a core priority alone. There are some times that your children will share in it because they are gifts that God has given to the marriage. So you don't just see that the time that my wife is breastfeeding my child and is not having the time for me again, the time that I want to kiss her and she's not ready for me, the time that I want to hug her and she's not ready for me because her attention now is focused on the children. She did not love me again. Let me find a partner. Let me go to my ex. No. It is not right. Children are blessings to the family, to the marriage. So you don't just discard, you don't just prioritize your marriage as a core priority alone. You must know that God has blessed you with these children and it's a blessing added to your marriage. And you must allow the time. The Lord will help you. Then lastly, have a balanced life together. A balanced life together. Do everything together. You can carry the baby. And at the time you are carrying the baby, you are also doing the balancing together. You can sometimes make sure that you pet the baby to sleep. You can sometimes bathe the children for them to go to school. You are also part of the children rearing. So you must have a balanced life together. If you are doing all these things, I can tell you that you will see that there will be balancing in the stage of child rearing and spousal connection to the extent that you will prevent neglect in your marriage. I remain your friend, Emmanuel Olusegun Adeleke. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and also make sure you listen and watch all these teachings. May God bless you.